Hey everybody, it's Mike here. Hope you're doing well. Well, we're in part 5 of our furniture series, and today we are going to be modeling a salon table. I think some people call it a TV table, salon table, living room table, low table. That's basically what it is, right? So that's what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to grab all of this and we are going to hit Control H to hide it, and let's get started with our table. So we're going to grab a cube. We're going to stretch that out until we have something a little bit longer, like so, and then we'll scale it down a little bit. After frame, we're going to hit W, we're going to pull that up. Then we're going to hit Control D to duplicate. We're going to move this down. And then we're going to hit R, and we're going to kind of stretch it out like so. Move it down a little bit more. And we don't need the excuse me, we don't need the side faces, so let's get rid of those. All right, so that's our starting point. Now we want to have let's call them sticks or verticals in between, right? So we can use this guy for that because we already got rid of the ends there. Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J, flip it on the side like so, hit W, move it over. We're going to jump into this view, F2 frame, right click vertex, drag select. We're going to hit W and we're going to hold down V as we move down. Not sure why it's not snapping here, but okay, we'll do it like this, doesn't matter. All right, then we're going to grab the bottom section and we're going to pull that up, F to frame, there you go. The width looks good, so we're going to go to object mode. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate, W to move. To maybe a bit closer, let's say something like this. We're going to hit Shift D a bunch of times until we're roughly where we need to be. Then we're going to drag select all of them. We're going to go to Mesh and Combine, and then we have our pivot in the middle. So I can hold down X while I move it and snap it. So now I know it's perfectly centered, right? Let's have a look at the thickness here. I want all of this to be a bit thinner, so we're going to push that in to this, and that looks good. All right, then we're going to create some end caps here. So we're going to grab another cube, we're going to hit W, we're going to move that in, R to scale, push that in, push it in like so as well, W to move up. Let's create the length. So this is our guy here. We're going to level it with the top right there. And then we're going to right click the vertex, level that with the bottom. There you go. Then let's see, what are we doing here? Then we are going to hit R and we're going to push that in to about there. Okay, Q on the keyboard, we're going to go to insert edge loop, and let's do 10, that should be fine. Hit Q on the keyboard, right click the vertex, and we're going to start here. We're going to hit W, we're going to push that in a little bit, skip one, Push it in some more. Push it in some more. Too bad there. That should be good. Right click with object mode, face mode, sorry. Get rid of the top one. Get rid of the bottom one. Let's see, is that true? Now we're going to extend this a little bit. Extrude. W to pull down. G to repeat. W to pull down. That's going to be good. All right. Then we're going to go in here to edge mode. We're going to bevel these. Let's do 3. There you go. We're going to W. We're going to move that in here. F to frame. Like so. All right. We're going to select it. We're going to Control D to duplicate and W to move. Move that over. Like so. Excuse me. That looks fine. Then we're going to grab the whole thing. We're going to go to mesh and combine. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J, flip it around like so, then hit W and move it out while holding X. I'm going to have a square top in a little bit, so we're going to wait with that. We need a section in the middle here that's going to go in between here. So we'll grab another cube for that. We're going to hit R, we're going to squish it, pull that out, and bring that in here. Let's look at it from the top. All right, so we're going to hit R, we're going to scale that in. And these two, mesh combine. We're going to move them over here. So we're going to hit W, hold on X, so we'll snap right here. Do the same with this guy, so we can position it better, right? Push that out just a tiny bit. F to frame. We're going to remove these faces, so delete that one and delete that one. There we go. We're going to go in here, we're going to W, we're going to raise that up. After frame, let's make sure it's kind of centered, right? We're going to go in here, we're going to grab these edges and we're going to bevel. Let's do 3 on that. I want it to be rounded over a little bit. Looks like we got the detailing on that, and then what I want is the top. So for that, we'll grab another cube, and that will tell us how square we are with this guy. I think we're pretty good, and we are. So we're gonna scale this out to about here. We're gonna squish it in. Push that up. Make sure it's centered. It looks like it is, but yeah. Maybe my eyes are deceiving me, but that looks all right. Now I want to add a little bit of detailing here. So we're going to grab the top here and we're going to hit bevel. And let's do 3 on that. I would say this is it. The only thing we can do just to give it a little bit more detail is Control E to extrude, tweak the offset. Let's say to about there. G to repeat, and W to push down. G to repeat, tweak the offset again. G to repeat, and W to push up. And then R to scale. Now, as far as tables are concerned, that's of course very impractical because that's not flat. You put a cup of coffee on it, it will fall over and whatnot. But what you see with tables like this is that they put a glass plate on it, right? So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to grab another cube. We're going to push that up. Make that nice and thin. Scale that out to there. Make it thinner. W to move down after frame, and you can see we need to adjust it a little bit, this guy mainly. So we're going to go to vertex, we're going to drag like these two, then we're going to get our glass plate to about there. Where you might want to make it a bit thinner. So select the top there, push it down like so. Then we're going to round over the edges. Control B, bevel 3, and then we're going to make this transparent. So we are going to select the object. We're going to right click and go to assign new material. It doesn't really matter what we do. Maya, Lambert, it's fine. Then we're going to select it, open up the attribute editor, go and find our material, Maya Lambert, transparency, bump that up. So we can see the details of the table again, right? And if you apply materials to this and render it out, it looks pretty cool. Just make sure there are no gaps between the glass. I don't think there are. No, they're not. So yeah, there you go. There's our salon table. And yeah, as part of the next video, we are going to make the couches that go with this table, right? So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.